Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. Let's see, it's about 2:05, April 29th, Tuesday. What is that? 9.1 degrees centigrade, which is 50 degrees even Fahrenheit. So, I spent quite a bit of time working on the lift, and look at this. Actually, let me get far enough away so that you can get the whole experience. No, that's not even far enough away. There you go. Maybe that's it. Oh, it's up high. It's up high. So, here it is. Let me get a little further. Right, you guys can see how high up it is there. So, that's the land of positive, that it works. It dragged that up there itself. I didn't pick it up and put it there, which is positive. Stable, actually, very. What really helped is I put these brackets on it, these plates, that guy and that guy. Boy, that helped tremendously. So once again, from a stability point of view, it's really, I'm rocking on it pretty good. It's pretty strong. From the nice thing point of view, I'm just standing here. The camera's about at eye level, right? So one could work on stuff right up here, which is very positive, right? I can look right at my brake and work on it, right? That's really positive. As a matter of fact, I should oil that. So, that's the good thing. The bad thing, to get it up there, I gotta tell you, that winch works pretty hard. I'll show you as I wind it down. As it was on its way up there, to be honest with you, I was getting out of the way just in case something let go, because it is a touch scary. Right, the last thing you want is, look at that. I've already used it for the first time. I hope you guys are all impressed. So, from a positive point of view, I'm able to, just work right on the bike, right? I'm right here working on it. I can touch, right? If I was on the other side, assuming there was space, and I'm not going underneath the lift to get there, I could, it's nice. One's right here, right? Touched the carburetor's a little high. I'd probably lower it, and that's a tad high, but I'm able to work right on the bike, so that's good. Well, let's show you what it looks like on its way down. Just for a laugh, I'll put on my safety glasses. This lift, or this winch, isn't well proven, so if the cable decides to go whack or something like that, I just as soon not leave an eye behind. Alright, I guess I'm going to do it from here. I guess you guys could see, right? That's up. There's down. So there we are. Here, let me get this off to the side here. I'll show you guys what up looks like and why I'm a tad concerned for the way up. As you watch it whirl itself up, as you watch it climb itself up, you can watch the mast really bends quite a lot. I just disconnected a wire. Oops. Obviously, I got nothing permanent yet set up. Here, give me 1 second. I gotta clip this back on. Hopefully that got it. Let's see how she does. Okay, here's up. See the mast. See how much it's working, how much it's bending. Once again, that bend has me a bit concerned, but from here it actually gets a little easier. And there she is. She's up. So, now that I've finished this, you always ask yourself what I would have done differently. What I did correctly, the top is okay with the amount of strength I put into it. The legs are okay. The plates help. I did not build a big enough base or a strong enough base. I think it was Wally who made the comment that 16 gauge is not big enough, and I got to tell you, he is right. The base is really just not strong enough. The base and the mast are not strong enough. Now, after you build something, you got to, you could see how hard it strained and worked and bent. Here, let me run it to halfway. Right there is the worst case scenario, and you see how she's up off the floor, right? It actually bent that much that she's come up off the floor. So now comes the thoughts. Do I reinforce it from here, from here to the end? Or do I rebuild it from here to the end? Probably not all that difficult to do. What would happen is one would cut this off here and there. Try to recycle as much of this metal as one could, but just go with the heavier tubing, that tubing there, but go with the heavier version of it. Be able to recycle those braces. I'd probably do something. The mast, I could probably recycle most of it. Even here, though, I have to tell you, even though it's bowed a bit, it is really relatively stable. It's a good place to work, right? Easy to reach up. One does have to be careful, because if it decides to let go, right, I get to go to the hospital and get my toes reattached. A smart thing to do would probably be to set it down from here onto sawhorses, or have something perhaps swing up from the bottom to lock onto this. So this is where it's at. It can obviously lift this is an ATC200. I don't know what they ring in at. They're probably probably under 300 pounds. So I guess the lift, folks, the lift. I'm going to put some more thinking into it. Just to seems that most of my bending is occurring between here and there, I think. And I could probably reinforce well, I don't know. One thing would be to cut this off and redo this with the thicker tubing. Just slide it and weld it, so it would be double wall for this length. From here to here, from there to there would be double wall, which would be good. I guess theoretically I can cut these off. If I cut it, put it back, put the tubing inside of it and re-welded it, it would be double wall for this entire length. That might not be a horrible thing to do. Wouldn't be that big a deal. I can either just cut these off and grind it flat, which is probably what I do, and then just plate it there. You know what? That probably isn't a bad idea. Go up to 1/4 inch. Just double wall this with 1/4 inch tubing. That'd probably give me a lot of the strength I need. With this thing, I am getting a little bit of a bow here, some strain there. That could be taken care of by just plating it on both sides. That would not be that big a deal. So here we are. Comment. I wanted to build a lift that can lift 48 inches and move these all-terrain vehicles up and down. I got that. If you take a look at it, assuming this was right up against the side, I can transfer vehicles on and off the shelf without too much trouble. I wanted something that when it was up, it was stable. As I lower it down, I can put sawhorses underneath it for it to land on sawhorses. So, the lift is functioning the way I want it to. The amount of bow I'm getting here does not thrill me, but I can fix that. I can make that a lot better. This section only being 16. This is known as let's see, 1.5 inch squared tubing, 16 gauge. It's not enough. So I'm considering replacing it with inch and 3/4. What I'll do is I'll slide 1 3/4 up on this. Once I'm going to have to cut that off to allow that to happen. But if I cut this off, cut this, slide the tubing right down on this, I think that'll fix my flexi problem. And then once again, I'll just plate these. I'll plate that back on, top and bottom, and I think that should work. I think that'll help get rid of some of the bowie I'm getting. Don't like that bow stuff. All right, folks. Today, I don't know, overcast day, cool outside. Not getting a million things done, kind of fabricating, a little bit and trying it, and fabricating a little bit and trying it. Obviously, I got the beginnings of the table on, which is good. Knowing myself, I'm probably going to use this, perhaps as it is, for a little while. See if I think of anything else with it. This metal out here doesn't really seem to do much. It's not, it's not working that hard. Not in its current situation. Let me lower it down a little bit. So it doesn't seem to have to be all that thick out there. So, at this point, I guess it is working a little bit. But you can see the bow really starts from about here. Like this is basically on the floor. Let's see if I can't. Right, I can't. Well, barely. I guess I could get the paper under there, barely, but you can see the amount of space as I work my way toward the end. Right, you can see there's quite a bow to it. Nice thing is it's bowing, it's not bending, it's not breaking. Right, that's always good. Would kind of suck if I brought this thing part way up and it broke. With a sore horse or something underneath it, and probably I can set up something from the end here just to swing up underneath it and lock on, and obviously set it on it so it would take some of the tension off. It would be held up in the back. The cable would hold it in the front. Or I can put something else under the front. That wouldn't be that big a deal. So, anyway, folks, the lift. Little distant shot again. That way you guys could see it part way up. Does work. Not happy with the amount of bow to the metal. So, I'm going to have to improve on it. That I'm going to have to improve on a bit. Folks, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing. As I was going through this project, thanks for all the suggestions. The suggestions help. Unless you build one, unless you actually do it, it's very, very hard to predict how it's going to end up. I looked at, I think it was Duarte, I think that's how you spell his name. D-U-A-R-T-E. I think that's it. And I looked at what he had, and I thought I toughened this up a bit more than what he had, and maybe I did, but trying to get something to lift a full 4 foot is a long way. So, though I might have I might have done a little better in some ways than he did, given that I'm asking more of it. A little better. I might have made it a little stronger than he did. I'm asking more of it, which is where I'm getting myself into this trouble. Where if I would have stole his design and the height he's trying to lift and not put so much strain on it, I probably would have been okay. So anyway, the lift project, folks, the lift. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing. Once again, thanks for the helpful comments, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, remember to keep your feet down and your head up, and be careful if you put together a lift like this, because if you guillotine your toes off, that'll really suck. So don't guillotine your toes off. Bye now.